William. Great to meet you. I'm speaking with you from Toronto, Canada. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How is Toronto? I've been there
Toronto is
times.
great. Lots of the Crown fans. I got to tell you, Canada loves the Crown, myself included. I wanted to start by asking you, how exciting is it for you when you have such a prominent people to, that you're emulating here, but the actor changes with age. So you have to kind of start fresh all the time. Is that an exciting process for you?
It is, and it is challenging. Are you talking about the Queen specifically here, or?
Well, the Queen, Diana, like all of them, all of them, right? Because they're such prominent characters that we all know and love, right? So it's got to be a little exciting.
It definitely is exciting. I mean, with Diana, a lot of that was taken care of in casting, because Emma Corrin just looked like a child, and Elizabeth is a grown up. So in terms of, you know, tragically, Diana didn't age, so
Yeah.
there's that. The Queen obviously spans decades. That is more challenging because Imelda Staunton is nowhere near 80.
Exactly.
And she's that, so that's that aging voice. She found it so well just by a little bit less breath support, a little more croak. It's tiny. She's not doing a little old lady voice. It's very subtle, but it's there.
Yeah. Yeah, and where do you even start? Because you have so much footage, so much to rely on, but yet you don't want to make it like an imitation or a parody. So I was just wondering what your
Mm.
process is to get them into kind of royal behavior.
Yeah, it's a really good question because I'm very particular that no one needs to do an impression. I was always clear about that right from the start. I think it's more about analyzing footage, which we'd often watch with no volume. So you're looking at what they're doing with their face rather than what they're saying with the voice. It's about putting your body, your mouth, your tongue, your lips in the shapes that they make rather than actually worrying about changing the sound of your voice.
Right.
So if I just reduce the amount that I use my jaw and my lips and don't change my accent really at all, you can hear that that does 50% of the work for you if I just speak to you like that instead of
Okay,
instead
that's
of like
very
that.
Charles. That's very Dominic West,
Well,
for
it's sort
me.
of to be honest with you, it's a kind of all-purpose. It could be any of them. If you want to actually make it more specifically, Charles, you bring the voice a little more forward, and then you could do
Yeah.
this nice thing with the corner of your mouth as sort of making a point of emphasis. Um, but really, a lot of them don't use the mouth very much at all.
Right.
Um, Diana did use the jaw in a much more up and down kind of way. So a lot of it is about a physical process rather than copying.
Yeah. Do you find it, because with British accents, you have, well, most of the cast is British. Let's go
Yeah.
there. But there's so many different dialects, so many different British accents. Does that make that more difficult or easier for you to have them sound like who they need to sound
Um, well, the
like?
proof of the pudding is in the eating. I started in season one with John Lithgow, American, playing Winston
Yes.
Churchill, and
Yes.
I think he did it really, really well. And I've had Gillian Anderson, also American, playing Margaret Thatcher. I mean, I don't think it really makes that much difference in terms of the original nationality. In fact, in some ways, it sort of makes it easier because maybe there's less. Is there less pressure on an American actor to get it exactly right? I don't know. You probably have to ask them if they felt more or less pressure, specifically being American. But
Yeah.
I don't know. The voices are the voices, and you just treat it the same. Where I don't treat an American actor that I'm coaching differently to a British actor. They all go
Yeah.
through the same works.
Yeah. Well, so what's the best tip that you give somebody when you start with them and they've not even started yet? What would be your best advice?
First of all, listen, then watch, but don't listen. Then listen again once you've watched and see if you hear something different. And you nearly always will.
Do you
It's like
have them
learning
work
a
off the
dance.
scripts? Like, do they have the scripts with you and then you do that, or do you use other material to practice?
normally we would not start with the script. We would start with just watching, listening, and I normally make up a load of nonsense old drills for them to, there is a process where you break the accent down into different vowel sounds, and so say we're learning that famous mouse, house, found vowel, then you'll make up a whole load of those round and round, roundabout, and sort of little brown mouse and nonsense like that. But eventually you're doing the script.
Well, fascinating. My goodness. Well, what an honor to talk with you today. And as a Canadian, because we're almost cousins, I'm going to work on my British accent from your tips. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
I look forward to seeing the results.
I'll be in the next king incarnation of the crown. Hopefully they'll change their minds and they'll bring it back for us. So
okay.
Thank you. Take care. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, thank you.